people, and welcome back to Let's Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Dustin Calloway. And let's get it in today, man. Let's get it in. We're going to make it a good one today. And as you can see, I'm pretty close up on myself because, I viewed some of my previous, the episodes from the past. And I noticed that I had the camera pretty far back, even though you can really hear me because, I got my mic going and stuff like that. I just want y'all to be eye to eye with me today. So we're going to get this thing going today, and today is going to be a pretty good one, as you can see from what I have posted there on the screen. We're going to dig into a little bit of my, into my podcast today. And this is not going to be one of those episodes where I'm going to go in and just, it's going to be like a specific topic. Like, nah, this is going to be kind of, let me dive into a little bit of everything just to open the people up and let them know exactly who I am. So to get this thing started off today, I apologize in advance if I'm looking off to the left here, my left or whatever. And I'm just looking off because I need to tap onto a few things over here. So before we get this thing started, please smash that like button. I just need help with that algorithm so we can get this thing pumped out there. Because if you take a look back at the, when I first started this podcast, the views were pretty, doing pretty good. The views were up there. And, for some odd reason, the algorithm just doesn't like me. The AI doesn't like me. So, my views are taking a hit, but I won't stop doing this. I'm going to keep it going. So to get this thing started, if you are watching this right now and you don't have time to finish it, I don't need you to watch me. I don't need you to just physically look at your screen or your phone or whatever. You don't have to do that. If you don't finish it right now, take some time out, go back and look at it later, or listen to it just with your earbud in if you're at work and just let it ride. You know what I'm saying? And check out the rest of my episodes here. This is actually episode 25. 25. I've shot 25 of these things. Running solo. And I'm working on a few bugs over here to get some guests and stuff like that worked out. But I think I have the keys to figuring it all out. And I'm definitely going to tap into that later on, after I get done shooting this episode here. And I think by next episode, we should be good. I've been testing out a lot of different things. But today, this episode 25 is basically, it's about my podcast and a lot of stuff that I just keep hearing from people, right? Stuff that people feel like, they can just tell me how to run my podcast, right? Or how to, or people have an issue with some of the shit that I talk about on my podcast. And I've come to realize that a majority of the people that always have an opinion about my podcast, a lot of them don't even fucking watch the whole podcast, right? So what they'll do is, like anybody, if you're trying to promote your shit or if you're trying to do a few promo runs on your videos and shit like that or your podcast to get more attention to your podcast, what you do is you'll put up a 1 minute clip on social media, TikTok, Facebook or whatever, or 4 minute videos or whatever. And that way you'll put up a little clip of your show and then that'll bring people to the show to make them want to watch it, right? So that's usually what I do with my podcast. But I noticed that the issue that I'm running into now is a lot of people, they don't really watch my podcast. They just kind of watch the clip and they'll run with that clip and just think that, oh, damn, that's what it is or whatever. And then you get a lot of people out here asking questions about shit, or they reach out to people, that are close to me and ask them to ask me this and that, or they just gossip about it at, the barbershop or some shit like that, or just anywhere. And they don't fucking come talk to me about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm the person that's filming this podcast. This is my podcast. Don't nobody hold no keys to my shit. Like, this is my shit. If I wanted to hit that button on the camera right now and shut this shit down, I will. I can. And I'll never have to film another episode. But I've been doing this shit for so long. I've been building on this shit for so long. Like, y'all don't know what went into this and what I had going on during the building stages of this. Like, this is not the only thing that I do. Like, I've been working on so much shit over the past, I'm going to say 2 years. Honestly, I've been working on a lot of stuff over the past 2 years. And one thing that I'm never going to do is I'm not going to let somebody come in and control my shit. Not going to happen. Like, this is my thing. I'm going to run it how I want to run it. And I just want to go through my episodes here today just to give you all a better idea, because it seems like the people that do watch, shout out to Scott, shout out to my man TJ, shout out to y'all, man, because I know y'all watch. Because I see y'all in the comment section all the time. Shout out to y'all, man, for real. Because I know y'all watch the episodes all the way through. Because y'all have feedback for me, you know, and I'll take it from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll listen to it from y'all. And don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, well, I'll take what you say to me and be like, all right, I'm going to change what I do. No, I won't. But I'm going to listen to y'all because I know y'all watch my shit all the way through. You see what I'm saying? But for the people that don't, let me break something down to you. Don't treat me like I'm some motherfucker out here that's trying to tear the world apart just because I want to tell my story, or just because I may talk about a subject that's lingering in the hood that motherfuckers need to stop playing around with. See, what y'all get caught up in is the gossipy shit, right? Y'all get caught up in that shit. Like, y'all want to take a bit from my show and you just run with the shit, right? Like, that's all I heard. But the funny part is, a lot of y'all that do that shit, y'all miss the message, right? You missed the message. That's the important part. So let me break this shit down to y'all, because I'm talking about from episode 1 all the way up to now. It's been the same kind of shit after every time after I post some shit. And before I start digging through my shit, I'm going to let all of y'all out there know, again, no one controls me. No one. So for those of you that think that you can reach out to someone on behalf of me, and you think that whatever you say to that person, they gonna come back and tell me and change my mind on something that I'm doing? Nah. I've been through enough shit in my life where I had to navigate a lot of this shit by myself and figure out how to do a lot of this shit by myself. So it ain't nobody that y'all can reach out to and say, hey man, say this to Dust, or talk to Dust and, like, man, tell him this. No, it don't work like that. No, it don't work like that. Like, these episodes and all this shit that I've been doing, I build it off myself and whatever the fuck I feel like I want to talk about. But again, for the last time, no one controls me. No one puts bugs in my ear and tell me how to do shit. Nah, it don't work like that. Now, if somebody want to give me feedback, that's one thing. But to reach out to somebody on for them to do something for me or tell me some shit, it don't work like that. Nope. So I'm gonna keep running this shit the way that I want to run it. And if I come up with a topic on my show that might hit home with you, or it might be some fucked up shit that you're doing in your life, so be it. I'm talking to you then, I guess. But let's dig into it, man. For all of you that don't really watch my shit, but you just look for the bullshit, or you look for a topic that may be like, oh shit, let me see what bullshit I can catch real quick or whatever. Or if you take my Instagram 1 minute, 2 minute promo and you run with it and think that's my whole show, this shit is for y'all. So let's start off with my first episode, right? So my first episode, it was called I Hate My Baby Mama. It's my life, right? It's my life. Y'all don't know what the fuck goes on over here in my world. And before any of y'all motherfuckers tell me how I should be navigating this thing with my baby mama, don't think for 1 second that I didn't try to help out, or I didn't try to make the fix the situation. See, if you listen to the whole fucking episode all the way through, it's me giving you my take on what the fuck I went through in my situation, right? And the shit that I'm still going through right now, right? So for those of you that probably didn't even watch the episode, but you just look at the title like, man, he's stupid as fuck for saying some shit like that. Fuck off. You either go watch the whole episode, 49 minutes and 19 seconds, watch it all. Or don't say a fucking thing to me. Don't look at me funny. None of that shit, because you don't know what the fuck I've been through. Don't assume from a 1 minute clip. Don't. And I don't care if you watch the whole video through and you feel some kind of way about what I said. I don't care, because you ain't got to live my shit. And I ain't got to live yours. So you can feel how you want to feel, but I'm going to always tell my story. Right? Okay. So we're going to move on to number 2, episode 2. You can hate your family. Yes, you can. But we live in this fucked up ass world, right? Where if you say some shit like that, people be like, oh, no, your family, man. No, your family is all the fuck you got. That's some shit that y'all just keep repeating to each other because that's some shit that somebody said to you, right? Somebody said that shit to you. What about the motherfuckers who ain't got family? I'm talking about real family, like family, blood family, right? I'm talking about orphans or motherfucking foster kids and shit like that. They don't even know who the fuck their family is. So who do they make family? They make strangers family, like people that ain't even blood relatives family. And they really act like real family. So your family and the family that I talked about in episode number 2, that was the truth. You can hate your family. For real, for real. You get fucked over enough by your family, or in situations like in that episode where I talked about how, family do this thing where you'll fall out with them and shit'll just go bad between y'all, and y'all won't speak to each other no more. Y'all go separate ways. You go that way, I go this way. Never talk to each other again. And then you let a fucking cookout or 4th of July come up, when everybody want to come together for the fucking barbecue. And then that's when everybody want to come back together and they want to piece it up like everything is all good. Right? That's what they do. Right? But it really be bullshit. It just be you stuffing your feelings, because that's what everybody does. But a lot of people just won't admit it. About a lot of the shit that happens in life, motherfuckers just don't admit that they stuff their feelings and don't deal with it. This podcast was created for me to be able to get some of my thoughts out, right? It helps with me. This is my therapy, right? This is my therapy. Like, this shit that I do, I don't just do it for myself. I do this shit to try to help other people too, because it might be people out there going through the same thing that I've been through. You can hate your family. Hate my baby mama. You know how many men I see every day talk about that shit? Every day. And they just be wanting somebody to, hear them on Facebook or Instagram or wherever they post shit at. But they be probably feeling alone. Nah, you ain't alone. That's why I do this shit. Episode number 3. I used to hate this teacher in high school. She should have been fired for what she did to me. I ain't even got to click on it to know exactly what the fuck I said. How many of y'all kids at school right now? How many of y'all parents even know what the fuck be going on with y'all kids at school right now? Do y'all even know? Do any of y'all even know? Like that, what if your kid is one of those kids at school, right? Right now, who went through what I went through in that video? Your teacher purposely gave you, your teacher literally gave you, she purposely gave you a lower grade on a test that she know you should have got a higher grade for, right? And then you go cross-check your shit with somebody else in the class, a female. She had the same answer wrong as you. She got an A, but you got a B or a B plus or whatever. How many of y'all know? You don't even know if your kid is going through that shit right now, right? You don't even know that shit. And then some people probably would feel like, hey, man, why ain't you ever say anything to your parents? Because at the end of the day, I was a fucking kid. Didn't know no better. And it ain't like like I said, it ain't me down on my parents, but it's just like I didn't grow up in a house where they asked you about shit like that. How was school? You got any schoolwork? No, they just kind of expected you to just go to school and do what the fuck you got to do. And we ain't going to ask you no questions. That's why to this day, when I see my daughter's grades, like my 16-year-old, when I see her grades in school, I get them in my phone every day. When she missing assignments, I say shit to her all the time. When I see her grades is fucking up, I say something to her all the time. Now, if she don't get her shit together, I just change shit that I do for her. But at the end of the day, one memory she won't have in life is he ain't never asked me, or my mom, well, me, now I'm going to speak for myself. My dad ain't never really check on me to see if I was doing all right in school. Nah, yes, the fuck I did. Now, if you choose to continue to fuck up, what the fuck you want me to do? Do your work for you? It don't work like that. So yeah, that's episode number 3. Again, the message. Listen to the message. Don't listen for the little gossipy shit that you can run around and say, oh, did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said? Oh my God, that's messed up what he said about his daughter. No, listen to the fucking message. It's a fucking message in this shit. Damn it. Episode number 4. My issue with certain white people. Fuck you, Brad. I still feel like that to this day. Fuck you, Brad. Because one thing for a motherfucker, I'm a black man. I'm a black man. And I've worked at a place, multiple places, where I was kind of like one of the only black people for the longest. I've been in multiple places, right? And the one thing that I never really hit on hard on my podcast is racial shit, right? because I'm not one of those people. At one point in my life, I went through this moment, I'll say, where it was kind of like I was waking up, right, and I was seeing how fucked up the world is, and I started seeing shit, just seeing shit, and then I went into hate white people mode. Like it was terrible. But then I started thinking to myself, like, you know, do everybody ain't the same, and you can just get that just by through experience, right? Just meeting certain people, right, and now I look at people like I'm gonna judge you based on how you treat me, right? And your actions. So that's what the fuck I look at now. Instead of saying, fuck all white people ain't this and white people ain't whatever. It's some people out there, but one thing that no one will ever get me to do, they'll never ever get me to be a part of some group that just says, we all think like this and this is my thought process only. We only have one thought process. I don't live my life like that. That's why I can't be in groups. I can't be in groups because I'm going to always be the person that, let me think about this first, right? Not trying to say I'm going to sell my people out. I'll never do that. But you can't just make me hate somebody that I don't even fucking know. How do you do that? How do you wake up and hate somebody that you don't know? Right? But back to episode 4. Fuck you, Brad. I knew Brad. I knew him. And when I tell you, he was just a fucking user. Yeah, he was a white dude. He was a white dude and he was a fucking user. He basically proved to me some of the shit that I know about certain white people in life. Some of them will only fuck with you to get what they can out of you, and then bye. I'm about to go up this motherfucking mountain. That's it. That's who Brad was. He literally was a user. So I broke it down in my episode because that shit happened to my life. You know, and the crazy part is, what can I do at work? Go to HR and say, hey, HR, Brad didn't want to go on. You know, I've been training him, showing him how to do shit. We sit at our desk and talk about life and shit and like, you know, problems and shit. But he will never ever go on a walk with me on his motherfucking, when he go take his little smoke break. But he'll go on a smoke break walk with another white dude that don't even smoke. And that was his way of telling me that he wasn't gonna go on a walk with me because he said, you know, you don't smoke, man. I don't want to be smoking and stuff like that around. Just some bullshit. And then on the flip side, I see you go walk off with another white dude that I know that don't smoke. See. You see this picture that I'm painting? This ain't bullshit that I'm talking about. It's real life shit. Episode 5, snake ass friends. Do I need to say more? My experience again, snake ass friends. I had a snake ass friend that I should have learned about. I should have learned from the first thing that he did. And the crazy part is, I don't even think on the snake ass friend episode, I didn't even tell the other shit that happened. And to this day, I don't fuck with that dude no more. And will I ever fuck with him again? Nah, I won't. Do I want to have a conversation with him about what he did? I would say yeah if I wanted to be his friend again, but no, you don't have to keep on. Look, you don't have to. One thing about me is I don't hate that man, but again, I'm cool on trying to be cool with you. Now I'm good because it wasn't like we did that. The shit that he did happened when we were little kids. We were grown men, like prison age, when that shit happened. So it's like, dude, I'm cool. I don't hate you. Like, I'll still see him around now. And I've seen him after that. I say, what's up with it? Boom. Keep it moving. Keep it moving that way. I go this way. But that's it. We're going to leave it there. Don't hate you. I just don't. It's a lot. It's a lot to hate somebody, man. That's a lot. But again, my story, my life, shit happened to me. Do I want to interview the motherfucker on my podcast about it? No. Do I want to talk to him in life about it? No. Because you snaked me multiple times, bruh. And that's just who you are. I've watched you do it to multiple people outside of me. So that's your cut. That's how you're cut, and that's who you're going to be, bruh. And you can keep that shit over there on your side. So again, if somebody feels some kind of way about that episode, I don't care. Okay? Because it didn't happen to you, it happened to me. Episode 6. Why men fucking leave. Why men fuck then leave. It's kind of cut and dry, right? Women. I'm talking to y'all. I'm explaining to y'all on episode 6 why men fuck y'all then leave. Cut and dry. I don't think we need to keep on going on with that, right? Why men fucking leave. So let's go ahead and drop down to episode 7. Stop allowing men to treat you like shit. Women, again, the message. The message is stop allowing men to treat you like shit. Am I trying to destroy the world? No. I'm telling women, stop allowing men to treat y'all like shit. It's easy. It's easy to get comfortable, right? In a relationship. And you know a man treating you like shit. You know for a fact that this relationship is just all fucked up and he just be doing me dirty. Check the message in the video. Stop allowing men to treat you like shit. That's me gaming y'all, giving y'all some information. I used to be a dude I used to treat them all like shit. Not beating on women and shit like that. I'm not talking about that. Not fucking physically or verbally abusing them. Nah, nothing like that. But just, you play a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like she could be all into you and shit. You play the fuck out of her and you keep on doing whatever it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? You go on about your business and you don't give a fuck about nothing about how she feel or none of that shit. You know, I'm just gaming women a little bit, right? Episode 8. Don't expect the people around you to support you. See, I think some people, it be mainly family and shit, right? When you start talking about shit like this, don't expect the people around you to support you, right? They all start feeling some kind of way, like, motherfucker, or everybody always has some shit to say. Like you can't feel a certain kind of way. And that shit is just real. Me breaking that down to episode 8, that's just real life. Because what you don't notice is about a lot of people in life, what do you notice? Like I said on this episode, you see all these people that be famous now, right? They getting all this bread, making all this money. But prior to making all that money, these motherfuckers was just barely making it. They was just door to door trying to do shit, trying to go to little jobs, trying to be, you know, comedians and trying to be actors or actress or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They were just trying to do something. Wasn't nobody supporting them though, right? And then a lot of those people, when they make it big, what happens? What happens? A lot of their family members come out the woodworks because them people that made it, they don't fuck with their family for real. They just like, nah, when I was on my fucking grind trying to come up and I was trying to talk to y'all about, you know, what I got going on, or they was trying to show them some shit, they don't support you. They don't support you, right? But then when you finally make it, you get to that top. Now all of a sudden, the family want to support you. They want to come out the woodworks, right? Looking for shit, trying to act like they got your back. Nah, you think motherfuckers forget about that shit, but they really don't forget about it. They don't forget about it. So that's what that episode was about. It's the message. Don't get into your fucking feelings because you may be one of those people out there that never supported somebody in your family or never supported your friends. And they kicked your ass to the curb as soon as they made it big. They never fucked with you again, or they just never picked up your phone calls again. Don't get in your feelings because you're that person that I'm talking about. Fuck off. Episode 9. Stop having kids without a fucking plan. It's flat out just like that. I see people on social media every day. Girl be pregnant. Stomach big as shit. She all happy and shit like that. Had a baby. Her and her baby daddy taking pictures together. Then all of a sudden, fuck that motherfucking dude. Fuck him. I'ma raise this baby on my own. My baby gonna be alright. Y'all probably the relationship was probably fucked up when y'all, for real, got pregnant. But you still went through it, right? And then you didn't have a fucking plan, right? Or you say y'all end up staying together. And every day after y'all baby get here, y'all fucking struggle. Every day. You can't afford daycare. And then you get forced into this position where you just have to quit your job so that you can qualify for benefits, right? To be on welfare. I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. I wasn't the one on the welfare. But yeah, I've been with a woman like that before who quit her fucking job because they was about to take her benefits away. So we didn't want to lose the food stamps and shit like that, right? And the motherfucking health care. So the plan was let's just stay poor. Let's just stay broke or manipulating the system so that we can keep what we got. But instead, we should have just had a fucking plan before we had our kid. But you know, young, dumb than a motherfucker, didn't have no fucking plan. And that's the way life went. But that's episode number 9. Still, where I need to be careful at, people. Where do I need to be careful? Episode number 10. Are you being used by your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife? See how I don't need to really see the whole title to know exactly what the fuck it is? Because this is all shit that I put some thought into before I say, I gotta feel it, right? I gotta be feeling it to make an episode out of it. Are you being used by your boyfriend, girlfriend? This is shit that go on every day. It's somebody out there right now that's being used by their boyfriend or being used by their girlfriend, right? But how many people actually talk about it? Or, sorry, how many of y'all got somebody that understands? Or how many of y'all got somebody that y'all can vent to about it? Or how many of y'all don't have anybody that y'all can talk to about it? It's a lot of people out here that don't have nobody to fucking talk to about anything that they got going on in life. But that's why I created this podcast. Because I don't want you to ever feel like you're alone. You're not alone. So again, episode number 10. Are you being used by your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife? Are you being used? And if you want to know more about that episode, go dive into it, man. I cut right into it. I cut right to the point, and I talk about men and women that be in these relationships and they be using the fuck out the person that they with for some personal shit that they want out of them. They really don't be loving them sometimes. They just really just be with them because they probably see some financial shit over there or some security shit. And it probably ain't even what you want. Like you want to be loved. You in it for the love, but you got this motherfucker over here. They don't want to be in it for the love shit. They just want to be in it to get some shit up out of you. They want to get a car. They want to get a motherfucking some money about you because they see you got money, or they want you to pay for every fucking thing. That's what I was talking about in the episode. Go get the message, man. Get the message. Don't be a fucking victim. Don't be a victim. If somebody is putting this shit out there for you to see, go look at it, man. Like, look, kids for real need to get all this game for real. But because if I would have had people in my life talking to me about all of this shit here, man, if you only knew, I'd be on the fucking moon right now. Episode 11. What the fuck do you look like without the makeup? That's just keeping it real. That's me keeping it real again. And if you feel like it's a personal attack on you because you one of those motherfucking women that wear all the fucking makeup all the time, okay, oh well. Feel some kind of way. But the truth is, you need to start, a lot of y'all women need to start paying attention to y'all man. Or just men, period. Like, why do y'all think dudes get dressed up and shit? Like, we do what we do. Like, we do it because we want to be attractive to women, right? But a lot of y'all women be so caught up in y'all fucking selves sometimes. Like, I just want to do this for me. And you don't even be realizing you be making yourself look fucked up. So, and then here's the killer part. So you may think that, okay, yeah, I'm dialed up. I got all this fucking makeup on. I'm looking good in a motherfucker. But what happens when you take it off? And the man that you got with all that makeup on, you got him. You bagged him at the club because you was in there looking flawless. But then you get home and you take it off. And you got the black marks, the little black marks up under your eyes and shit like that. And you got, got the black spots on your face because you covered up all your black spots from all the bumps you had and shit. Instead of just, looking like yourself. I'm not saying that, just be natural, just the natural shit. No, I'm just talking about the reality of what y'all do. The message is, you got to learn how to love yourself, man. Love yourself for who you are. And don't play the games. You playing games with makeup. To me, makeup, excessive amounts of makeup and hair weave, that's a fucking trick. It's a trick. You a fucking magician. But the message is, you got to learn how to love yourself, man. You got to learn how to love yourself. Don't hide yourself from the world. If you got to do all that shit to get a dude, and then once you take all the makeup off, you see dudes start acting all funny because he see the real you, you did that to yourself. You can't play that game. That's the message. The message is learn to love yourself, man. That's episode 11. Episode 12. Your female friends your female friend is giving you bad advice. Cut and dry, right? Cut and dry. Your female friend is giving you bad advice. I mean, how many of y'all women out there right now? Y'all got these friends, right? Pay attention to your friends. That's the message. Pay attention to your friends. Sometimes your friend will come across and they will try to tell you what to do with your life. They'll have all these fucking, shit that they telling you to do, like do this with your life or do that, or in a relationship, they giving you all this advice, right? But a lot of them don't even have men. They don't even have a man. And they telling you what you should be doing in your relationship with your man, but you ain't even got a fucking man. Or they telling you what to do with how you dressing, and they telling you this and they telling you that. Like for real, you stop asking motherfucking women what they think. If you a woman out here trying to get a man, stop talking to women, other women, about what you think, what you should be doing to get a man. Honestly, the man, if you ask a man, he'll just tell you, like, this is what I'm looking for. This is what a majority of men probably are looking for. But say you talk to your motherfucking friends all the time, and your friend is giving you bad advice, man. That's just the bottom line. Episode 13. Stop fighting women over men that cheat on you. That's just cut and dry, man. Stop. If your man is out here cheating on you and you don't even know the fucking woman that he cheating on you with, why you fighting her? And then some women will try to justify it because, man, that bitch had to know that I had a man. It don't matter. You don't know her still. So what? If your man went after her and if that's what he wanted to do, he picked her up, be mad at your man. And the message is, stop fighting women over men that cheat on you. Because at the end of the day, I noticed that a lot of y'all go back anyway. So you fought her, possibly caught a case for nothing. And then guess what? You went back to the same dude. Would you think he's not going to cheat on you again? You funny. In some cases, some men do, they do learn and they stop. But 95% of the time, I'm going to say, nah, it ain't going to happen. He going to probably keep on cheating on you anyway. So you going on the streets fighting women over that motherfucker, you're not solving shit. That's the message. Episode 14, Toxic Baby Mama. My experience, right, with my toxic baby mama. And I believe that episode right there was about, I talked about how my 9-year-old daughter, I'm talking about my experience. Her mama didn't want me to talk to her about sex and boys and being sexually responsible. But my daughter can have a TikTok and she's only 9. You're supposed to be 13 to be on TikTok. And my daughter see this bullshit that come across TikTok. I'm talking about, you can see somebody get killed on TikTok. You can be a 9-year-old kid making songs, making little dance videos, and the song playing in the background is a song by Cardi B talking about pussy. And these little 9-year-old kids be on there just dancing to that shit. Toxic shit. But I can't talk to my kid about the bullshit that's coming her way. It's coming. But, check the message in the shit, man. Find the message. It's a fucking message in there. If you ain't got no kid and you a man, I'm just going to speak from my side. Make sure you vet and pay attention to the person that you with. If you see some red flags, man, some shit that just don't look right about her, hey, man, or him, talking to women too this time, go the other way because you can end up in that situation. It's the message, man. Episode 15, child support children. Come on now. Child support children. Like I'm trying to figure out, throughout this whole episode where I need to be careful because I was told to be careful with the content that I post on my page that I talk about. I just need to be careful. And I'm just trying to understand where I need to be careful when I'm talking about child support children. This shit that people go through every day. I see men on Facebook every day talking about this. My baby mama told me I can't see my kid because of child support, blah, blah, blah. Or child support this or child support that. Or they just trying to hold the kid hostage over child support. I'm just like, look, man, I see this shit every day. I see it every day. Like, I ain't never been in that position because I've always paid my child support. Like, it just automatically come out. But I see the stories. I see it, man. And it's a real thing. Child support children. Come on now. Dive into the episode if you want to know what's going on in there. Episode 16. Don't be a slave to men. Don't be a slave to men. Come on now. That's more game for women. I'm not saying that men and women shouldn't be in relationships with each other. No, the message is we live in a world now where everything is different, man. This ain't the fucking 50s and this ain't the fucking 60s where a man he gonna go out into the field and he gonna be the motherfucker out there working hard and slaving all day, and his wife is gonna stay home and clean up the house and take care of the children. You ain't gotta you don't have to want to be anything, because I'm gonna do it all for us. Man, women have dreams. They have fucking dreams too. They want to be things. They want to be shit too. That's the message. The message is not, hey, don't be in relationships and men shouldn't mess with women shouldn't mess with men. Fuck men. No, it ain't that. But at the end of the day, y'all see the times that we live in. Motherfucking milk ain't 5 cents no more. Penny candy ain't a penny no more. Chico sticks ain't a nickel no more. Shit is real. If you live in a $400,000 house and your husband is only bringing home, or your boyfriend, whoever, he only bringing home 50 grand a year, and do you think you can be a stay-at-home wife or a stay-at-home girlfriend? Hell no. You're not paying no $400,000 mortgage, and you only make 50 grand, and it's only one income in the house. Yeah, y'all gonna be broke than a motherfucker. Oak. So it's wise to me for my woman to go out there and get it, and I'm gonna go out there and get it too. We gonna both get it, and we gonna both bring our money to the table, and we gonna build this motherfucking empire up. See, it's a message in the shit, but don't just take a few bits and pieces from that motherfucker and just think you just fucked. I don't care nothing else about what he got to say. I ain't trying to fuck your family up. If that's how y'all living, live like that and be down. Be happy, man. It's all right. Do what you do. Episode 17, watch your mouth. I believe that was directed at the people, most of these elite people out here who feel like they are better than somebody else because they probably got a little bit of money or a little bit of juice. That's what the episode was about. You can't treat people like shit. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care what your position is in life. I don't care if you run the whole world. You still got to watch your mouth. You can't talk to me any kind of way. You will not treat me any kind of way just because you think you're more superior than me because of money and just bullshit titles that the world give you. We are no different than each other. I don't give a fuck if you're a homeless man walking down the street. I am no better than you. You're a human just like I am. It's episode 17, man. Episode 18. We getting close to the end. Kicking your kids out at the age of 18. Come on now. This is the same shit that we see every day. You see these little kids out here, 18 years old, getting kicked out the house. They ain't out here running the streets. Why do you think the world is the way it is? Because a lot of our parents, a lot of these people nowadays, they live just like this. See, you love your kids when they're 17 and down. Now, I'll probably say 13 and down because then, kids do change and then you start getting into it with them and they think they know every fucking thing. But then, you kind of give up as a parent and you kind of like can't wait till they turn 18 so you can kick them out. But when you kick them out at 18, they don't know shit. They ain't ready for this world. I wasn't ready for this world at 18. I wasn't ready for the world at 20. Shit. But you got to figure this shit out, right? But again, this is me digging through my episodes, man. Because I'm still trying to figure out where I need to be careful. Episode 19, overbearing parents. Okay? Overbearing parents. What was I talking about on that episode? I talked about a girl that I used to date. We were little kids. And her father, he told me that, instead of being a man about it, like, with my kid, like with my 16-year-old. I know she talked to boys. But you think I'm about to go up to a little kid and basically try to pump fear into him and say, I'll go to hell and back and I'll die and go to hell and bring my daughter back. Okay, I don't even fucking know you. You don't know me. This is a message to the parents, man, specifically men. Because it's a man thing for real. Men just be hard as fuck on their daughters, man. Hard than a motherfucker. Don't let them do nothing. But then you fast forward. A lot of these girls that I grew up with, their parents ain't never let them do shit. Daddy never let them do nothing. Let them date no boys or nothing. Experience anything. And the crazy part is, what do you think life is? Men and women are attracted to each other. That shit is going to happen. What, y'all think we going to put an age limit on it? No, some people they want that shit earlier. Like when I was a kid, I wanted it earlier. I wanted it. I wanted women. As soon as I saw them, I was like, oh, damn, that's beauty. I saw love. I felt it. I knew it. I wasn't no 18-year-old. I was a kid, man, when I knew I wanted a girlfriend. So just because I felt like that, let's just say if my parents say, no, you can't never ever talk to a girl until you're 18, or you can't never go out and do shit. Man, listen, that's why a lot of these kids turn out the way that they are now, because overbearing parents, man. That's episode 19. It's a message in that shit for the parents. Episode 20. Why do we care? Why do we care? Why do we care? And I believe on that episode, Why Do We Care? I was talking about the bullshit, all the social media shit, like all the celebrity bullshit. Like, why do we care about what they do? Why do we care? Like, we get so thrown off. Like, it's like our brains are controlled by the celebrity bullshit. It's just controlled by it. So everything that we do, it like revolves around celebrity news and gossip and all this bullshit. You don't care nothing about, like, but we don't care nothing about the shit that goes on in the world, the real world, in our worlds, right? Because our world is this shit here. It's what's in front of you every day when you wake up. You got a kid, and you going through hell with your kid at home. Y'all going through hell with each other. Y'all battling every fucking day. Y'all at war with each other. But you don't spend no time trying to figure out how to get through that war. But you spend a lot of time watching gossip bullshit on TV about some celebrity marriage or some celebrity breakup or some fucking bullshit ass reality TV shit. But really, you got a real problem right in front of you that you could be working on. So again, why do we care about all that other shit that's out there? You're trying to entertain yourself to keep yourself distracted from the real shit that's going on in your life. Why do we care? That's episode 20. Episode 21. There's something wrong with these kids. Something wrong with them. I'm talking about the kids of the world today. There's something wrong with them. I'm breaking it down. It's a message in this shit. Even if you one of the kids that I'm talking about in that video, or if you're a parent of the kid that I'm talking about in this video, there's something wrong with these kids nowadays. They have no drive to do anything. They don't want to be anything. All they want to do is sit online on social media and do shit for clout. All they want to do is challenges. All the fuck they want to do is dance. Fucking entertaining. That's all they want to do is just jump the fuck around and dance all the time. But they don't want to lock in and really do shit no more. Like we used to do back in the days. It's episode 21. Episode 22. We have to do better. We got to do better. I believe that episode is the episode where I think I cut into two different issues there. It was the one issue where the dude was recording the lady in the street that was, messed up. She was on some type of drug and she was out there basically damn near hurting her, damn near killing herself for real, flopping around in a puddle of water in the street, all messed up. But he felt the need to pull out his phone and record her. Nah, man. We got to do better. We got to do better. And I believe I tapped on another issue in that episode where it was a dude who was just following a girl to her car and he kept trying to push up on her and she didn't want nothing to do with him. And it's like he didn't understand. He couldn't just grasp onto the idea that she did not want to fuck with him. But he just kept on pressing her. Again, what do I have to watch out for? Like, this is it. Episode 23. The truth shall set you free. That video was mainly focused on down low dudes, man, who play these games out here in these streets, right? You know you gay. You know you like men and women or whatever, however you want to twist it. And you sit out here in this world playing these games like that ain't who you are. Set yourself free, man. If that's who you are, be free. Don't run around lying about it. Because at the end of the day, again, the message was you got to be safe. Because if you sick or something and you going out here messing with men, or you might mess with a man that's sick or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You may pass it to a woman or you may do whatever, like that shit is not cool. Just be yourself, man. Be free. You don't have to be a fucking liar about what type of person you are. If you're gay, just be gay. This ain't the old school days where motherfuckers is going to beat you down, man. Just live in your world, man, and be free. Be free. That's episode number 23. Check the message. Don't look for only the messy shit, right? Check the message, man. Yeah, episode 24. Let's just wrap this up with episode 24. Episode 24, I deleted it, right? And episode 24 was about me telling the story about my life and how someone almost got me put in jail or tried to get me put in jail. That was what episode number 24 was about. It was me telling the story about it and basically me, looking for a little bit of closure for real. A little bit of closure on a topic. And the closure that I was looking for, oh, it didn't come. I didn't get it, you know what I'm saying? But it was just a conversation that I wanted to have. Just a conversation. A fucking conversation, man. Just to get, the person that put me in that situation to understand everything that I went through. Because and this is gonna be me wrapping up this episode. But episode 24, I had to break it down the way that I did because in life, man, shit is gonna happen in life where you're not always gonna be wrong, right? You're not always gonna be wrong. And then somebody will get you caught up in some shit and the world gonna end up painting you. They're gonna paint you as a person who's like pretty much a fucking like a evil ass person. So even though you're not, and even though in a situation that whatever situation you was in, you were right. But the world don't be giving a fuck sometimes. The world will literally look at the person that went up there and did whatever they did to you, and they will look at you and they'll say, who's better? Who do we think is just better overall? And don't come from a family where you done had a few run-ins with the law. Even though you, in this situation, everything, all the paperwork, all your witnesses and everything said this is the truth. He didn't do anything wrong. Didn't do anything wrong. But still, the court said, nope, you're going to take something. Fuck you, you're going to take something. Then they treat you like a fucking animal, right? And then on the other end, the person, that you went through the shit with, they get to just walk off, right? While your life is taking a turn and you going through whatever the fuck it is you going through. And then they don't get to hear, they don't care because they moved on with their life. But what they don't realize is the problem that you caused for that person, you just get to sleep like a baby at night while that person still got to find ways to deal with it in life. See, I've done things in life to people where I'm at a point now where if you feel like I've ever done anything to you wrong, let's talk about that shit. Let's talk about it. Because at the end of the day, the one thing that I don't want anyone to do right now, if you hurting from something that I did to you right now, let's figure this out. Let's meet up. Let's sit down. And let me apologize to you for real. Let me apologize to you. And this is not me asking people to apologize to me. I'm not. Because what I'll go with is the first response. I'm going to go with your first response. So when the shit happened, okay, that's one thing. Never got no apology, no nothing, because, whatever. And if I try to do it again and you don't want to piece it up or nothing like that, or just talk about it, or just hear my side or like what I had to go through, even though it's already done, I'm going to just go with that response and it's going to be where it is. But in this life, man, you got to be really careful what you do to people. And you got to be really careful with every decision that you make. Because in the blink of an eye, you can literally ruin someone's life. Off some shit that really, it ain't really not even that serious. And then the crazy part is, some people may look at it and say, how your life ruined? Ain't nobody ruin your life. I mean, because you cool. You still free. You ain't in jail. You ain't this and you ain't that. I'm just like, damn, that's crazy to me. How can you, the person who didn't have to go through what that other person went through, how do you open up your fucking mouth and tell somebody that they should just be cool? Like, you good? Nah, it ain't cool. Because psychologically, some people can still be fucked up by the shit, the things that you did to them. They could still be a little fucked up there about that shit until they talk to you. But see, that's what people don't be thinking. They just think that I'm going to go home and just sleep like a baby. Yeah, you are. Now let's just flip it to the other side where you get some people who just can't get past that shit. You know, like I'm not saying that I'm one of those people. This is not me. But you get some people who can't get past it, right? And y'all think everything just be movies and shit, right? And you just think that shit was just made up in a movie. But let's just say, let's take it to real life. If it was a person who could never get over it. And let's just say if that person was weak than a motherfucker and they decided to take their life because you wouldn't just talk to them or you wouldn't extend the offer to, let them or just let them talk to you. Just hear them out. What if that person decided to take themselves out because they just couldn't deal with it? Or flip side, what if they decided to come find you? Right? What if they decided to come find you? Since you won't hear me out, or even if let's just say if they don't even care to hear for you to hear them out, but it just festered on them so long that they said, you know what, I'll handle it. And they're going to handle it the way that you think that I'm talking about right now. So let's say if it went that way, how would you feel? Why do you think I have this podcast up here? Why do you think I do this? Because this ain't my way of asking people to forgive me for shit. But this is my way of letting people know I ain't the same Dustin. And if anybody wants to talk about anything that I've ever done to them in life wrong, let's get on here and do that. Not on my podcast. We don't have to. If you want to get on here and talk on my podcast, that's fine. But I don't need to talk on a podcast like one-on-one on some camera shit. No, let's just talk in real life about what happened. And let me give you a hug or something. Like, and that's me being serious. Ain't no funny shit. Or let me just try to fix that for you. Let me talk to you about that. Let me apologize. You know what I'm saying? But everybody ain't cut like that. You know what I'm saying? But again, this is my walkthrough of my podcast, right? And I'm not going to change my podcast. I'm not going to change what the fuck I want to talk about on my podcast. I'm not going to do that. When I come up with a topic or something that I want to talk about, it's because it's right here. And this is what pops in. And that's what I want to talk about, So I'm going to go for it. It's not like no one's going to control this. It's going to be my thing, and it's just how I'm going to run it. I can sit up here and talk about goofy shit every day. Goofy shit, goofy this. Don't get me wrong. I'm still doing my comedy shit, but this is my other side of what I do, Like for somebody to probably think, he motherfucker crazy, man. He'll have a podcast talking about some serious shit, but then put some funny shit up on social media. See, that's what y'all need to understand about comedians. Every comedian ain't always goofy. Everything that people talk about, like comedians talk about, it ain't always be goofy, ha 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 shit. It's just like a funny ass comedian that you would see, right? And you would see them on stage and they funny than a motherfucker. Like funny. But as soon as they say cut or your 5 minutes is up, wrap it up, cut the light on for them, they get off stage and they talking just like me. Just like this. Everybody ain't goofy, ha 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 all fucking day. Every day, all day. It don't work like that. So you just gonna have to deal with the different sides of me, right? So I got my business side where I'm running my business, traderslearningcircle.com. I'm running that. That's my business side. This podcast, it's gonna be a mixture of funny, ha 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 shit, but more serious shit. My funny clips that I put up on Instagram, the funny shit, the goofy ha 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 TikTok shit, the funny goofy ha ha ha. This is a comedy little shit that I thought about, so let me talk about it. That's different. So you're going to get my 3 different sides, right? This ain't no crazy shit. It's just me navigating my shit the right way, right? And trying not to fuck up my process, right? So this is my Let's Talk podcast, Instagram, goofy ha 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 shit. My business, traderslearningcircle.com, that's my business shit. So it's going to be professional. It ain't going to be no goofy ha 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 shit. No, it's going to be real life. If you interested in making money, you interested in learning about stocks, cryptocurrency, Forex, that's what that's about. I'm going to keep it over there, but I'm not going to mix up my goofy ha 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 shit or my serious Let's Talk podcast shit with that. I'm not. All right? So again, for the people who don't watch my episodes all the way through, you probably didn't even make it to what I'm saying now. So you'll probably miss what the fuck I'm saying again. Go back and watch everything, man. That's why I'm leaving them up. It's on the playlist. Watch them all. Let's Talk Podcast. It's a playlist. Watch them all the way through, man. Get the message. Don't look for anything messy. And I ran a little bit long on this one today, but that's what it is, baby. And that's going to be a wrap for this episode of Let's Talk Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please smash that like button. And if you take a look down here, right there, you'll see all my social media platforms right there. So go ahead and, head over to each of those platforms and follow me on there, man. Because I'm going to keep this thing going. I'm not going to shut this down. And I want to give a big shout out to my man that I saw today, Kevin. I saw you out there, man. And he said it. When he saw me out there, he was like, hey, man, keep doing the podcast, man. Keep the podcast going, man. So big love to my man, Kevin, man. And I'm going to keep this thing going for you, man. For you. And again, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you need to, get to me on any of my platforms or even in my company, go ahead and look in the description below and you'll see everything. All my links to everything is down below. But until the next time, my people, I'm going to see y'all on the flip side, man. Peace.